Nelson here for another edition of Community Grant, where we're out looking for interesting things and interesting people. And we've found it and them here in Warren, Minnesota. I'm with Mara Handel from the Northwest Minnesota Arts Council. Hello, Mara.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Tell us a little bit about how long the exhibit is going to be going on, where it's located, that sort of thing.
We have Monday and Wednesday from 10 to 8. So we chose to do longer hours on a few days to allow people to come during the day if that's when they're comfortable, or to extend into the evening after work with their families. Plenty of room to social distance in there because it is in a hockey arena. So in Warren, we have a rec center that includes the rink that's behind us here. And then much of the building is undeveloped. So we took one area that's undeveloped and created an atmosphere of the art show within that area. So we have those 2 days open next week, and then there's Crazy Days on Thursday. So we're opening from 10 to noon on Thursday to just allow a little bit of time during Crazy Days. And then the following week, we're open on Tuesday and then Wednesday. Wednesday's a little shorter. It ends at 4 because that's when the artists come back for their art. So we transition at 4 until 8, that last 4 hours of the day, for them to come meet each other from a distance this year, and then learn who won awards, get their checks for their awards, and just kind of celebrate, being together with art, even though it's different this year. So
I was thinking about it when I was looking around at the different exhibits. And I was trying to think, is it my responsibility to reach out to the art, or is it the art's responsibility to reach back to me? I mean, if you look at some of the portraits and some of the different pictures, it really shows a commonality to what we all go through.
It does. It does show a commonality. And I think, I'm the same as you, where some pieces, I walk upon them, and then you decide that piece is really touching you, and you hear what the artist is saying. And then other times you notice something about yourself first. And we have student artwork. The high school students are here from a few school districts that didn't send their art home at the end when the pandemic started. So that art speaks a little differently. Like there's pop culture there because that really influences them. And then also a few really introspective pieces where those students have dug a little deeper into their own thoughts and emotions. So I like the breadth and depth, even though we have only, I think there's just 4 or maybe 5 school districts this year, whereas normally we maybe would have 10. So
I thought some of the pieces in there that were the most brave were from the younger people, because you could see that they were really telling about themselves. And even to go a little bit further, there's a small description next to some of the portraits and some of the different exhibits that explains even further. That's one element I don't know that you always get to see, and I thought that was nice.
We added that a few years ago, and I do like it too. It helps if you really like a piece, you can pull yourself in and read what the artist has said, and yet you don't have to. Like, I watch people go around the exhibit here in Warren, and they, some go kind of quickly, and others take a nice amount of time. They might stay for an hour, reading more descriptions and just really learning about what the art is about. So.
To look at art, you possess it. But if you really want to possess it and bring it home, some of these are even on sale or for sale if they want to purchase from the artist. Right?
They are, yeah. We our Facebook, we're trying to do a good job on our Northwest Minnesota Arts Council Facebook, and I think on Instagram too, of announcing which pieces are still for sale. And if people are interested, we never sell out all the pieces, but there are more that are being bought each day, and I put sold on them, and then the artist gets the money that they've put it for sale for.
Tell us a little bit about the Arts Council and what they've done to make this exhibit possible.
The Arts Council serves 7 counties. So the art is from Kittson, Rosal, Marshall, Pennington, Polk, Red Lake, and Norman. So that upper northwest corner. And we have money from the state of Minnesota. We have money through the general allocation, as well as the Clean Water, Land, and Legacy Amendment. So we use funds from that, and then funds from the McKnight Foundation, a friendly family foundation down in the Twin Cities, to put on the exhibit. We mainly our regranting. We're kind of like an arts bank. So a lot of people apply to us for their projects, and then we do services like showcase and exhibit. This exhibit is annual with our of the Year awards and our artist awards. So kind of it's our celebration of art right now with this annual. And then we have a relationship with Northland now to be a gallery at NCTC in Thief River Falls. And then we do promotion and marketing for artists and arts groups and ourselves. And then we also do training and networking. So we kind of have 4 tiers: grants, showcase, training, and marketing.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, we're here at an art exhibit that's put on by the Northwest Minnesota Arts Council. I want to ask you something about art. I think people a lot of times feel like it's really kind of unapproachable. But actually, doesn't art reach out to people and meet them on their own experience level?
You know, it really does. A lot of art tells a story from the person that creates the art, and then you can put yourself in that story sometimes. So we're really proud of the art that came in this year, and it is quite a few expressive pieces that are realistic in nature with high technical skill. So if you see a picture, for instance, of a person by a grain elevator, a beautiful watercolor painting, it might just pull you into your experience of growing up in this area. Or there's a really fantastic metal sculpture from a man from Hallock that has a skull and then the antlers with a bird on top. And that can pull people into their hunting experience or just an appreciation for the technical skill in doing that with steel.
So this is an exhibit that really draws people in. It doesn't keep them at arm's length. It draws them in. And I saw a couple of exhibits in there are from our friend Joe Wavra.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on for Joe this year.
Well, Joe was selected for Lifetime Achievement. So next week in a much smaller reception because of the coronavirus, we're celebrating him for Lifetime Achievement, and he'll receive a $5,000 check that he can use for what he would like to. So we're really proud to have 2 of his large pieces on display here and then give him that award next week.
Fantastic. I bet he'll be buying more logs and chainsaws.
He will.
Tell us again about the exhibit, when it's running, and your hours again, would you please?
The exhibit is at the Warren Rec Center, which is right behind the City Hall building, adjacent to the school. It shares the parking lot with the high school, so it's just west of the high school. And I'm open next week from 10 to 8 on Monday and Wednesday, and then on crazy days from 10 to noon. And then the following week, I'm open on Tuesday from 10 to 8, and then Wednesday from 10 to 4. And then the artist reception happens and the art is gone. So you only have a little bit of time.
Come see it while you can. It's here in Warren, Minnesota. Northwest Minnesota Arts Council is putting it on. Mara Hanel, thank you very much for visiting us.
Yep.
And I'm Grant Nelson with another edition of Community Grant on Thief River Falls Radio.